If you're the kind of coffee lover who wants a machine that won't make you stare at a wall of buttons all morning, that consistently pulls a shot you can actually drink straight away, and doesn't feel like a quarterly expense, you've probably spent a lot of time scrolling through endless specs and wondering if any of this actually translates to a smoother morning routine. The truth is, the biggest mistake you can make with an espresso machine is buying something that looks impressive on paper but forces you into a constant learning curve or, worse, delivers a shot that's either too bitter or too watery. That's the exact place where the Breville Oracle Jet lands, a blend of convenience and craftsmanship that tries to eliminate the guesswork, while still giving you the tactile feel of a true barista. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's start with the everyday scenario. Imagine you're at home on a weekday, you've just woken up, and you need that first espresso to jumpstart the day. With the Oracle Jet, you don't have to preheat a boiler for 10 minutes, then wrestle with a pressure gauge that seems to flicker like a dying light. The thermojet heating system brings the water up to temperature in under a minute, and the machine automatically tells you when it's ready by lighting up the ready indicator. That small, almost invisible cue saves you the mental gymnastics of checking a thermometer, and you can start the grind and tamp sequence right away. The grind-to-brew workflow is where the Oracle Jet's swipe and select interface shines. The control panel has a simple horizontal bar that you slide left or right to choose between espresso and coffee modes, and then a second swipe for the strength level. It feels a bit like setting the volume on a stereo, intuitive, no cryptic menu navigation. Real-world users have told me the biggest frustration with older semi-automatic machines is the constant need to adjust grind size, DOS, and temp pressure each time the beans change. The Oracle Jet's integrated Baratza Burrs, the same brand you see in most high-end home grinders, stay locked in place, and the auto-milk feature automatically doses the right amount of coffee based on the selected mode. In daily use, that means you can press the lever, watch the shot flow, and trust that you're not under or over-extracting because the machine's software has already calculated the optimal dose for you. Now, who should actually consider adding this beast to their kitchen? If you're a coffee enthusiast who already knows the difference between a good and great espresso, and you've probably experimented with manual tamping and temperature dialing on a lower-priced machine, the Oracle Jet will feel like an upgrade that finally lets you enjoy those experiments without the mess. It also makes sense for households with multiple coffee drinkers. The dual boiler allows you to pull a shot while steaming milk for a latte at the same time, without waiting for the boiler to recover. That's a genuine time saver for busy mornings or when you're entertaining guests who want that barista-level milk texture. On the flip side, if you're a casual coffee drinker who merely wants a quick caffeine fix and isn't particularly interested in the nuances of espresso craftsmanship, the Oracle Jet might be overkill. Its price point reflects the complex dual boiler system and the built-in grinder, so you're paying for features you might never use. Someone who already owns a reliable basic espresso machine and is content with a good enough shot may find the learning curve and the footprint on the counter a bit overwhelming. The machine also isn't a set-and-forget unit. The cleaning routine is more involved than a single-serve pod system, requiring regular back-flushing the group head and descaling the dual boilers. If you're not willing to spend a few minutes each week on maintenance, you'll probably feel the downside more than the upside. Speaking of the maintenance, the Oracle Jet does make the process as painless as it can. The water tank is removable, and the machine prompts you through each cleaning stage on the LCD display. The biggest practical weakness, however, is the size. At roughly 27 inches wide and an 18-inch depth, it demands a decent amount of counter space. In a small kitchen, you might need to rearrange your layout or sacrifice another appliance. That's a trade-off you need to weigh against the convenience of having a built-in grinder and two separate boilers. Another practical element is the 2 free bags of specialty coffee that come with the box. It sounds like a nice perk, but for the seasoned espresso drinker, those beans are often just a tasting starter. Real value is derived from pairing the machine with beans you already enjoy, preferably freshly roasted and ground just before extraction. The inclusion of Baratza Burrs does provide a reliable grind, but the consistency of the grind can vary if you switch between light and dark roasts frequently. In my experience, the machine performs best with medium roast beans that sit in the sweet spot of the Burr profile. Temperature stability is a claim many espresso machines make, but the Oracle Jet's thermojet system,